everybody, this is Overboy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 1931 movie, Frankenstein. The movie is directed by James Whale and written by Francis Edgar Farrow and Garrett Ford, and this movie follows Dr. Henry Frankenstein, who, along with his friend Fritz, have been gathering body parts from different corpses and stuff and sewing them together and everything, and after they steal a brain from Frankenstein's old professor, Dr. Waldman, they plan to try to bring the body to life using electricity and everything, and after it succeeds, they succeed, a creation was born, Frankenstein's monster. And first everything seems normal and everything, but then as time goes by, Frankenstein's monster kind of starts having starts acting crazy and everything. It's mainly because of being around fire. Whenever it's around fire is when it really starts going crazy, and they don't seem to realize that it's the fire that's what makes him crazy and everything. But eventually he escapes, and village is the village is going after him in a form of a mob. I think this is a really great movie. It's, of course, a horror classic and everything. It was one of the few monster movies that I have seen before. I don't know that I've ever seen the original Dracula. I think I have once, a long time ago. And I've seen the Creature from the Blue Lagoon, or Black Lagoon, I'm sorry. And the Wolfman. But I haven't seen this movie in a really long time. But I think the cast in this is great. Colin Clive plays Henry Frankenstein, and he's great and everything. Of course, he has that iconic line of "It's alive." I love that line and everything. Just the way he says it is just, it's great and everything. He's great as his character. Frankenstein's monster, of course, is played by Boris Karloff, and he's just absolutely wonderful as his character. Really iconic and everything, and he just does a really great job playing him. Mae Clarke plays Elizabeth, who's Henry's love interest, and she's really good too. The two have really good chemistry. John Bowles plays Victor, and he's really good too. Edward Van Sloan plays Dr. Waldman, and I think he was pretty good. Dwight Fry plays Fritz, who is the hunchback assistant to Henry Frankenstein. He's kind of creepy and everything, and he's kind of a likable character, but he's also one of the reasons why the monster goes crazy, because he keeps tormenting him with fire and everything. I don't think he realizes that it's scaring him instead of trying to make him attack him, but he's only in here for about half of the movie and ends up getting strangled, but I do like him. And then Frederick Kerr plays Henry's father, Baron Frankenstein, and he's good too. The whole cast is just really good in this movie, but especially Boris Karloff. He just is absolutely wonderful as Frankenstein's monster, and everything. I really love how this movie, they really make the Frankenstein's monster really sympathetic and everything. You kind of really feel bad for him, because he doesn't really know what he's doing. I don't think he really means to hurt people and everything. And there's this scene that's really sad. It's also kind of sweet at first. He meets this little girl, Maria, by the lake, and they're throwing petals on the lake to watch them float and everything. And when he runs out of petals, he thinks that she can float, and he throws her in the lake, and she drowns, and that's what draws them up to want to go after him. and everything, but you can tell he didn't really mean to make her drown or anything, and it's really sad scene and everything, but yeah, I think Frankenstein's a really good sympathetic character and everything, and Boris Karloff is just really great as him. The sets and stuff in this movie are also really good. It has some amazing practical sets and everything, and the special effects are pretty good too. I think they hold up really well and everything. I know some people would probably say they're really dated and stuff, but personally I think they hold up better than most of these movies nowadays. 10-20 years from now, they're not going to be holding up and everything. The way the CGI is nowadays and everything, that CGI isn't going to hold up 10 years from now, or 88 years from now, like this movie and everything. Yeah, I think that James Whale did a really great job directing this movie, and Bernard Kahn's score is really good too. I think he did a really good job on the score. But yeah, Frankenstein is a classic. I think every horror fan should see this movie. It's a good one to start off with at a young age as well, because it's not really violent and everything. It's creepy enough that and everything. This is a good one to introduce kids to and everything. I actually didn't watch this one as a kid. Well, I was a kid when I saw it, but I mean, I didn't I wasn't like a little kid when I saw it. The first time I saw this movie, I was about 11 years old and everything. And I really enjoy this movie more now than I did back then, because I kind of have more appreciation for these kind of movies than I did back then and everything. Back then, I just thought, this movie is old and everything, but I have a lot more appreciation for older classic movies like this now and everything, and I think this is definitely one that should be seen. I'd give Frankenstein a 9.5 out of 10 and everything, and definitely would recommend it, especially if you're into monster movies and stuff like this. This is a good one to start with and everything. And tomorrow this is for day 23 of 31 Days of Horror, so tomorrow for day 24 I'll be reviewing The Bride of Frankenstein, which I'm really looking forward to watching, because I haven't seen that one in years and everything, just like this one. And then on day 25 I'll be reviewing House of Frankenstein, which I haven't ever seen yet, so I'm really excited about seeing that one too. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of the 1931 Frankenstein movie, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.
This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on.